Strikeout.
Strike three as he goes down looking. Way to start for St. Genevieve. Starts it off with a strikeout on Cook and brings number 10, Clayton Snudden.
Right now it's MG-XU audio. Correct.
Here's the first pitch to Snudden. Ball high.
Correct. Let me call mom and dad and see if they're here.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's ball two, low and away.
What do you need to do? Yes, knobs are up. Okay. Correct.
There's strike one on Snudden.
On the right, I do.
Looks like Drew is in a groove here early on.
Yep. On
Yeah,
both-
definitely
both
need to
tops. Yeah, they're both
get ahead in the count. And Drew pitched against the Dragons one game so far this season, as that brings to 3-1. He pitched 4.2 innings. He did get the win on that first game. Gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts.
And a walk.
There's a base on balls to Clayton Snudden.
That gets Desoto fired up a little bit. You know, those first people on base in the first inning, get your team up, get something going.
So the DeSoto Dragons do have a runner on first here, and that'll be Daniel Vaith over first to hold him on. Grant Staffen playing second. We have Kemper at third. There's a ball outside, and that looks like Chase Kohler at shortstop for the Dragons infield. In the outfield, looks like we have Derek Morgenthaler in left field.
Dalton Giesler in center and Brady Bullier in right.
Behind the plate is Brian Selby. He's going to check the runner first. He's back safely.
Daniel Vaith catching the ball at first base. Got Grant Staffen at second. We mentioned Chase Kohler at short and Waylon Kemper at third. And then number 3 batter for DeSoto, number 8, Caleb Kime.
He swings through that one to bring the count to 1-1.
I got so much paperwork to go through here. I'm just trying to find some stats. Looks like Kime is batting somewhere around the 300 level for the year. That's pretty respectable. Big swing there.
That brings it to strike 2, 1-2 the count. Yeah, Kime does have 7 RBIs. I have him on the season. Off 10 hits at 36 at bats.
Does have 1 home run. So the 3 or 4 hole hitters would probably display a little bit of power. Outfield is, you know, medium depth. Oh, that hit him.
1-2 pitch does hit him just barely. Kind of grazed the arm, I believe. That will send Clayton Snudden down to second as Kime walks down to first.
Number 21, Hunter, Canada.
And so now DeSoto has first and second, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Not the way you wanted to start for
No.
St. Genevieve.
Now let's see if we can get a double play or a hard hit ball somewhere in the infield to turn 2.
Number 21, Hunter Canada, coming to bat.
Could be one of their biggest offensive threats here. He's batting over 400
Toombs catches a strike on the outside corner on that pitch.
with 1 home run and 18 RBIs. So this is a big moment right away here.
Doesn't look like the outfield has shifted any. Here's the pitch, and there's a foul ball out of play to the right side.
Boy, that was a pretty good swing on a ball.
Now the count 0-2. So now if Toombs going to definitely probably make him hit his pitch. As the Dragons, St. John is looking for a double play here. Comes set. He's going to check the runner at second. He's back with no throw. Gets to the pitch he wants, checks the runner at second, comes home. Swing and a miss for Canada. It's the second strikeout of the inning for Drew Toombs. And that'll bring in number 11, Brett Gibbs, with 2 outs with 2 on. Looks like Toombs wants to talk to Kohler.
That was a big strikeout right there.
That was. Yeah.
Gibbs on the year is around 290. 9 RBIs. You know, so number 5 hitter. Still can't take him lightly.
Now they're back in their positions. Staffin's going to come over to second to hold the runner. Now Kohler. And here's the pitch. Ball high and outside for ball 1.
You're a native from Desoto. You recognize any of these names?
No, not really. There's strike 1. I recognize them from basketball coaching, but as far as names of guys that, I may have played
Not
with
from
or
the,
families.
From a hometown perspective, I guess.
No, don't really. None of these names are any names that.
Oh,
I reckon there's a hit to right field. Brady Boyer going to move over to his
Yes.
left, make the catch about the line for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Dragons, St. Genevieve gets out of that inning. DeSoto does leave 2 on base after they have, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, 2 strikeouts, and a fly out to right. They strand 2. As we head to the bottom of the 1st, we will bring you St. Genevieve's.
leading off for St. Genevieve, number 42, Derek Morgenthaler. He's the left fielder. And batting second, number 6, Chase Kohler. And third, number 27, Daniel Vaith. The cleanup hitter for St. Gen, number 29, doing the pitching, Drew Toombs. And batting fifth, number 1, Waylon Kemper. In the 6 hole, number 9, Dalton Giesler. And batting 7, number 13, Brady Boyer. And 8th, number 3, Grant Staffen. And batting 9th, is the DH, number 7, Devin Bader, who's batting for the catcher, Brian Selby. Defensively here for DeSoto, it looks like their pitcher they're throwing, Craig Theis. Is that
Theis.
Theis?
Mhm.
Theis. Who has probably pitched against them before on a previous game, huh?
Let's see here if I can. I don't know that I have DeSoto's stats on those first 2 games. I do have St. Jen's. But I do think, because I did do the game, I think he did pitch one of the games. I don't know if that was the first or the second one.
Right. So Thies is the pitcher. Caleb Keim is the catcher. Andrew DeRouche at third base. Blake House is at shortstop. Cole Cook, second base. Hunter Canaday. And that's a name getting back to the name thing that I'm kind of familiar with. Coaching softball in DeSoto has had some, I ran into a Canaday name that she was really good. Yeah, she's probably playing Division I softball somewhere now, so maybe that's in the same bloodline. Mason Nunley is the right fielder, Brett Gibbs the center fielder, and Clayton Snutton is their left fielder, with Derek Morgenthaler stepping in.
Derek is the leadoff batter here, and here's the first pitch. You see strike 1. Derek was 1 for 2 and 0 for 4 in the 2 games as he fouls that one straight back out of play for strike 2.
And let's see what I got. Derek is some stats here. I got him batting around 392, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, 25 base on balls. On base percentages over 500. So maybe we can find a way to get him on and push him around the bases.
Looks at ball 1 there. That's what you want out of your leadoff batter. Somebody that can get on no matter how, whether it's a hit or a walk. There's ball 2 high.
And I think talking to Coach McDaniel and the coach's staff for St. Gen, they want to get people on, see a lot of pitches, and use a lot of small ball to.
That could be trouble.
Oh,
Left fielder,
good play.
Nice play. Derek kind of hit that one. It seemed like off the end of the bat a little bit, or didn't get all of it. Now left fielder number 10.
That's Clayton Snutton.
Makes a great diving play coming in.
He came a long way. I thought that ball was hit a little bit farther than it actually did. There's really no wind moving too much as we look at the flagpoles out in left center, and it's not much moving around. And that ball just kind of got in an area, and it just,
Yeah.
Snudden did a really good job to close the gap.
Almost looked closer to the center fielder and the shortstop than it did the left fielder.
Getting back to my point for St. John, though, I think they're wanting to play a small game, get people on, bunt, run as much as they can to manufacture some runs. And if, according to their statistics and scores that they've played against Desoto, if they score more than 4 runs, then they have a pretty good chance of winning the ball game.
Chase Kohler here has a 0-2 count. I think that's kind of been the struggle as he grounds that one to shortstop, picks it up, throws across for the second out of the inning. St. Genevieve has struggled. That's probably been its weaknesses, scoring runs when they need them.
We look at a team batting average for St. John is a respectable 280, 283. So, it's not that bad. That's pretty respectable.
In steps Daniel Vaith, first baseman. He is 2 for 6 against DeSoto this season. So he looks at ball 1 in the dirt. Daniel
on the year, having a good year, batting 350, 354.
Yeah, he's
with
definitely
16 RBIs.
And one of the better hitters this season. As he fouls that one up, it looks like it's going to get out of play. Up on the hill. Oh, halfway up the hill.
I was just looking at the people that were sitting on the first row of the plateau there, and then watching the ball, I'm like, nobody's moving.
Ball high.
Didn't seem to have to.
Brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Vaith. There's ball 2. Nope, ball 3. Sorry, 3-1. Hitter's count here. Vaith's gonna sure sit on something. Fastball. And he looks at strike 2. Catches the outside corner. Don't have a great angle of the strike zone from here.
We'll take Hank's word for it.
Yep. You at home probably have a better one. The view of the camera. Breaking ball, and Vaith fouls that one off. Good way to battle.
Great job by Daniel to stay back on that and try to get a piece of it to see another pitch.
And there's a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop's going to come over and get it. Throw to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So St. John goes down 1-2-3 here in the 1st inning. So a good quick inning for Theiss. So there's no hits, no walks, no one left on base.
And St. John did they did all they could there to get 3 hit balls. I mean, Morgan Thaler put a ball in a spot that, potentially could have been down. They made a good play. And then you had 2 ground balls that weren't hit that hard, but they were good quality at bats to see some pitches, and those will find holes eventually if you just keep with your plan.
Both pitchers stay in the teens as far as the pitch count. Drew Toombs had 18, and Theiss had 15 on that inning. That's always a big thing now to keep track of, is the pitch count with the new rules. So as we head to the top of the 2nd, we still have a score 0-0.
And I was discussing they play 3 games today, then everybody takes a break tomorrow, and then come back again on Monday if you continue to win. We're to the point now where if you win, you keep playing. If you lose, you are done. So it is a one-and-done type tournament. All games will be played here at St. Genevieve Yanks Field on today and then Monday. And then they skip 2 days and come back to play the championship on Thursday. And that gives your number 1 pitcher
a
chance to come back and play in the championship game if you choose him to play, today.
Yeah. which I would think most teams
Yeah,
probably do that.
definitely.
As there's strike one to Aaron Perrin. He's the DH. He's batting for Blake House, who's the shortstop. Swings through that one, too. There's a ball outside, actually. Toombs got him to chase.
Seems early on here, it almost seems like Drew's throwing a lot more, spotting his fastball a lot more. I haven't seen too many change-up curveballs. Of course, there's one there.
I have Perrin batting .308 on the season. He has 16 hits. Does have 13 RBIs. There's strike three as he catches the outside corner. That catches Perrin watching, so that's the third strikeout for Toombs already. In steps Craig Theis, number 13, the pitcher. Do you have any pitching, like season pitching stats?
I do
on Drew
there.
Toombs? He
Well,
brings the
look at-
first pitch to Theis, breaking ball low and away, and Theis holds up for ball one. I do have Theis batting .289 on the season.
I have Drew Toombs, who's pitched 52 innings here in 11 games. He is 4-4 with one save. And 42 strikeouts for an ERA of 1.75.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
For having a 1.75 ERA and losing 4 games. He
And that, that
brings
goes
the
back
count
to my
2-1.
point that the coaching staff had said if they score some runs, 4 or more runs, then they stand a pretty good chance. Look out.
There's a foul ball off to the right side at the right dugout. Might have scared some people. Brings the count to 2-2 on Theis.
Now, if you just score some runs, get some people on base, the pitching staff and the defense are usually there.
Yeah. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Toombs. Strike three. Another one catches the outside corner and catches Theis looking, so that's 2 in a row
Third baseman number 4.
that have
Andrew
watched the
DeRouche.
third strike go by for DeSoto.
He is dealing.
And in steps Andrew DeRouche, the third baseman. Here's the first pitch to him. That's ball low and away.
And see, if you keep pounding that outside and getting that call, that gives you more room to, they're going to start thinking about that, and then you start pounding a little bit inside.
DeRouche batting .333 on the season, has 11 hits. He's got a 2-0 count. There's strike one. Be nice to get Drew here at a 1-2-3 inning. Might as well finish him off with a third strikeout, huh? Oh, there's ball high, so that's 3-1.
So there we go. Full count. I would say go right after him
Yeah.
here. That way you start off the next inning with the number 9 hitter before you get to the top. And there's another strikeout. So he strikes the side out.
Nice job.
6 batter, or wait a minute, he's
There's 1, 2,
8
3,
batters,
4,
right?
5. Yep, 8 batters,
5 strikeouts.
5 strikeouts. So there's 3 Ks that inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, that that we just have to tip our hat to him so far, and
Yep.
hopefully that the offense can come through and get some people on, and you execute either stealing or bunting and get some hits at the right time to get that first 1 or 2 over and get on a roll.
So Drew had 3 strikeouts inning, 15 pitches. So that brings him to a total of 33 so far.
And while he's hot, he
He's
might as
coming to
well
bat.
lead off and get on base and start something.
I like the way you think. Ask you shall receive sometimes.
That's right.
Pitching, let's see here for Greg Theis. Looks like he's pitched in 5 games. And Has an E. Well, can't find it.
Hold on, I'm getting him.
Leading off for stage 10, pitcher number 29, Drew Toombs.
Yes, 26 innings, and here comes the wind to blow everything away. Looks like he is 2-0 with 27 strikeouts and an ERA of .78. You know, he's pitched in 5 games.
.78.
.78.
I thought Drew's was good. Drew's fouls that one back straight back for strike 1. So definitely probably going to be a pitcher's duel today, and it has been so far. There's ball 1. Drew was 1-3
Is that
on the one game, and then he was 0 for 3 the second game.
big
Against
swing
Snoop.
there? It
Drives
could
out
find a
into
gap.
Right field. Right fielder moves over, makes a two-handed catch for the first out of the inning.
I think that was a good attack at a ball that was in a zone that could find a gap. But the ball just kind of hung up, and the right fielder, Nunley, came over and made a pretty casual play.
In steps Waylon Kemper. Kemper's the third baseman for St. Genevieve. He looks at ball 1 outside. Thies working quickly. Gets the pitch he wants, comes home. There's strike 2. That's that outside corner.
Yep.
Hank's consistent.
Yep. Kemper on the year, 308, 20 RBIs.
Hard hit to shortstop, one big hop. Makes the catch, throws across for the second out of the inning.
And again, you know, we're putting the ball in play.
You know, after talking to Coach Gibson a few times, and that's what it just seems like it's happening a lot with this team. Is it's not that they don't hit the ball, it's not that they strike out a ton. It just seems like every time they hit it right at somebody. And in steps Dalton Giesler. He swings at the first pitch and is going to pop that up to the center fielder, who comes in, makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 inning again for Thies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pitches for Thies here.
That's a quality inning right there.
So 22 total through 2 innings. So as we head to the top of the third, still 0-0.
I think if you think about that, and you know, while Drew is having a good day with the stats on the Ks racking up, you know, it takes more pitches to strike somebody out than just a swing and a pop fly for just one pitch. So
at this point, though, if I had to pitch or pick which one you'd want, I would say I would want what Drew's doing because, you know, on the other hand, we're hitting the ball. So if maybe these hits will just go where they're not at, rather than Desoto's not hitting the ball.
Yeah, that's the hard part about this game. I mean, it's one thing to hit the ball. You do have to hit it away with the other 8 people that are out there.
You have talked about golf. Trevor Drury, wanted to mention him. He made it to state.
Way to go, Trevor.
The only golfer who made it to state, and I know he's worked really hard. This is his senior year, so hopefully he can go to there and do well too. I know Jacob Tomier, I think, missed it by 3 strokes as far as making it.
He had a good year.
Yes, definitely did. I think he's, for a guy that I don't know that has played much until the last couple of years, you know, I think that they're really happy with him. I know talking with Jacob, he's definitely wants to concentrate on that next year, and that's his goal, is to make it to state. He's going to get him a coach in the offseason and really work on it. In steps
Devin Bader.
Bader.
Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong.
Mason Nunnally.
Mason Nunnally. That's right.
Did he switch teams? That's strike 1 in Nunnally, and he swings through that one for strike 2.
He's a number 9 hitter, and then we get back up to the top.
Toombs gets the pitch he wants, comes home. Ball high, brings the count to 1-2. Good wasted pitch there. See if he would chase.
Coach Kime for our golf team. She's on a roll, doing really well with the boys and girls for golf. So way to go, Coach.
Yeah, there's another strikeout for Drew Toombs. Another one looking. That's strikeout number 6 on the day.
And that outside corner is just
Second baseman number 1.
getting bigger and bigger. And I think what's going on, you know, you jump ahead 2 strikes quickly, and I think they're waiting for that changeup, and instead he just blows the fastball outside away.
Yeah.
And nobody's looking for that.
There's another one. Swing and a miss by Cole Cook. He struck out his first time up. Yeah, Coach Kime, she's definitely doing a good job. She's actually got us a bunch of golf clubs and bought us some plastic golf balls to use in PE class just to get some kids, you know, maybe excited about maybe playing golf or learning some fundamentals early on.
That's what she's doing to try to get the younger kids involved in it and develop some interest.
Yeah, because I would say when it comes to golf is here's the 1-2 pitch. He pops that one up. That's going to be an easy catch for the
Chase
shortstop
Kohler.
Chase Kohler for the second out of the inning. You know, golf's actually probably a tough sport to get interest because it takes a little maybe more money to really go play. You got to buy yourself a set of golf clubs, and they can be kind of expensive, and then you got to pay to go play. Where, you know, most sports maybe you can get away with some cheaper equipment or
They come up to a field and you know it's already there. So yeah, I get it. Takes a lot of support, a lot of family support.
There's a swing and a miss by Clayton Snudden. Clayton walked his first time up at bat. He fouls that one back, brings the count to 0-2. And I think, you know, at least for me, I never thought about playing golf as a younger kid. It's really probably an older person sport, you know.
Yeah, back in,
There's a breaking ball in the dirt.
yeah. Back in my day, you know, it's just you didn't have a set of clubs laying around. I mean, if you did, it was, that was kind of a pretty neat thing. It may just be one random club.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Toombs. Strike. Strike
struck.
3. I thought that was 3.
Wow.
Caught another one looking, so 2 more strikeouts this inning. That brings it to 7, I believe. 7 strikes out for Drew Toombs.
Yeah, DeSoto is really getting confused and shaking their heads a lot on, you know, the fastballs outside on the, you know, 1-2 pitches where they think that it may be a changeup or something a little bit slower coming. So it's going to be interesting to see how this keeps playing out. If there's what kind of adjustments are going to be made.
Trying to swing, maybe take those the other way a little bit.
Right, be looking for that, and then on the flip side, will, you know, Drew keep doing, you know, what he's been doing until something different happens.
He's definitely, I mean, painting that corner because it is hitting the outside, and that's a tough pitch to hit anyway. You know, and the coaches are always talking about, you know, hitting good pitches, but I also know when you get 2 strikes on you, you know, you got to battle. You got to foul that off at least, and then hopefully he can make a mistake and leave one over the plate. But to sit there and watch it constantly, I'm sure DeSoto's coaches aren't necessarily happy with that.
No.
That brings Drew to 45 pitches.
I think it would be the opposite. You know, just me thinking you know, you always want to try to hit something fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what may buckle you and freeze you would be an off speed or a curveball or something in that nature. But that's not what Drew's using.
Yeah.
And it's really been to his advantage.
And steps Brady Boyers, his first bat today, playing right field for St. Genevieve. He was 0 for 3 and 1 for 3 in the first 2 games.
And Brady on the years batting around 230.
He looks at ball 1
with
outside.
11 RBIs, 17 runs scored.
There's ball 2 in the turf. 2-0 count.
He's been the right fielder pretty much the whole year.
Yeah. He's
good ball player.
Moves to center every once in a while. I think when Dalton may pitch, they may move him over and then put someone else in right just because he's got the speed as he swings through that one to even the count 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Theis,
Mm.
and it strikes him out.
Outside
Kind
again.
of that kind of looked like it really wasn't a curve, but
Yeah.
maybe moved on him a little bit. Maybe slider.
That's an outside slider.
Yeah. So that's the first strikeout for Theis.
And
This
Grant
game.
Staffen steps in.
Staffen, the number 8 hitter, playing second base.
And Grant on the year is batting .244 with 11 RBIs, 11 runs scored. Let's go, Grant.
He was 2 for 6 in the first 2 games.
Oh, yeah.
So ball high.
2-0. Little high there for Grant.
Yep. And Theis working quickly.
There's
There's
another one.
Ball 3.
Here we get something going here. Grant gets on. Maybe
Def-
steal a base.
Definitely going to take some pitches here, at least one here, I would
Yep,
think.
I seen it. I seen the sign
You
that I
seen that?
remember.
You know, got to get a runner.
There
Ball
it
4
is.
high. And
Beep,
that's
beep.
the first person to reach for St. Genevieve.
Designated hitter, number 7, Devin Bader.
So in steps now Devin Bader, who is
Devin
the
Bader.
designated hitter. He's batting for Brian Selby.
And Devin has not have an average yet.
I don't think that this might be the first time that I've seen him bat in a varsity game.
I have that he's had 4 plate appearances. So he's had 2 walks and 2 other at-bats. And a
He's
bunt.
got a bunt, and that's foul. Trying to move the runner over. Yeah, a lot of times Henson is a shortstop and bats for himself.
I think what it's a good position here. You have the number 9 hitter. Try to move Grant over. You got Morgan Thaler coming up next to get Grant in scoring position. So this is definitely a bunt situation, even with just 1 out. I know
Staffen back safely at first.
You're giving up an out here and making it 2 outs, but it's definitely the right play.
Here's going to square again, and it hits him. Pulls it back and hits him.
Even better.
So now we got 2 runners on as Staffen moves down to second. Bader trots to first after being hit by the pitch.
And I get the pitcher's thought process here. They know that they're going to bunt.
Yeah.
So he's trying to throw curveballs or anything that would be hard to bunt. But if one gets away just like that, then you're just putting yourself more in a hole.
I always thought as a pitcher, not necessarily the curveball, but, to throw something high, get him to pop it up.
Oh,
As Derek drives that one to right field, the right fielder.
Oh,
He misses
nice.
it. That's going to be extra bases, as that's going to go all the way to the wall. That's going to score Staffen from second. Bader's rounding third. He's going to come home.
Oh, no.
Now they're caught, and they got Derek.
He's safe.
He's going to be making it back safely,
Wow.
too. So really thought Bader was going to score there, but got the stop from Coach McDaniel about a third of the way down, and then Derek was caught out and going all the way to third. So only 1 run scores on that. So Staffen will come around to score, and that'll be a RBI double for Derek Morgenthaler.
DeSoto tried to, I'm not sure which runner they are trying to appeal that missed a base.
So that is
So
the
now-
first hit.
And my guess is Bader was, I don't know if it was the first runner that missed third. I looked out and I seen, quickly that they tried to tag third base for an appeal. But I don't think anybody missed anything. They may have thought that Morgan Thaler maybe have overran or got touched
he was.
the other runner.
Yeah. Sometimes coaches may just try and, hey, let's try it. Maybe the umpire didn't see it.
But really, St. John, we should have scored 2.
I really thought that, and it was tough. I couldn't really see where the cutoff was, the pole. But, man, I thought Bader could have scored, too.
He had to hold. Everybody had to hold and stay close because you didn't know if the ball was going to be caught. But once it got caught and went to the wall from right field, that's just a long throw to get back in.
There's 2 balls to Kohler.
At any rate, we'll take 1-0 in second and third with 1 out. And it looks like they're shaking up a little bit.
And Kohler, he grounded out to short his first time up.
Now this is an interesting situation here. You know, you got your number 2 hitter up. They're at second and third. On anything on the ground, are you going? Is it an angle down play?
Well, DeSoto's really playing. I mean, their third baseman's in a little bit, but he's not to the green yet. But everybody else is almost back in regular.
My other thought is if he couldn't score on that play, then
Yeah, could he be? I would say if it's not back to the pitcher or maybe the third baseman, you're going. There's strike 1.
I'm the same way. If it's not back to the pitcher, we're going.
Yeah, you know, Bader's got those long legs. There's
That
a ground
should be
ball
going.
short. He should be going.
And they let him go.
Yep. And the throw is, oh, man.
Called him out.
Whew. It's almost like he called that before he caught it, though. It looked like. I mean, as soon as I seen he catch it, I turned to first. The umpire was already done with his call. But anyways, that will score another run, so.
It looked like it was going to be a high throw, but the first baseman, Canaday, stretched out. And the base umpire, I think it's Gary Woodland. I think it's Gary Woodland. Or Keith Woodland, I'm sorry, Keith Woodland.
So either way, Kohler is out by another ground out to short, but he does pick up an RBI, and St. Genevieve gets 2 runs here so far.
And Morgan Thaler stayed at second, which, you know, you're supposed to say it's supposed to stay if the ball is in front of you, and the ball was in front of him. So
there's 2 balls to Daniel Vaith, and he grounded to short the last time also. I'm sure he would like to pick up that extra RBI out there at second base. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and he fouls that one to the right side, almost in the dugout.
They're having some fun with that one.
Whoever threw it couldn't get it all the way back.
I think
to the
that was
pitcher.
Coach Gibby.
Oh,
Coach Gibson.
understandable.
I think he probably pitched BP though, so we'll give him
Yeah,
some
he's
slack.
a little tired. There's a ball inside and low for 3-1. So
You know, there could have been a lot of situations on that. I mean, Morgan Thaler could have went. You could have get hung up.
yeah,
You know, the run still scores.
there's a ground ball back to the pitcher. He's gonna toss it over first for the 3rd out of the inning, but not until the Dragons able to score 2 runs here in the 3rd. It was an RBI by double by Derek Morgenthaler, and then an RBI for Chase Kohler. So as we head to the top of the 4th inning, the St. Genevieve Dragons lead DeSoto 2-0.
And getting back to the point that I emphasized on with the coaching staff, you know, they wanted to score 4 more runs, and, you know, they got 2, and now they're halfway there to that magic number that they've kind of talked about. So good inning for them in the, you know, the early mid part of the game to get on a roll and get up, and hopefully Drew Toombs can continue his mastery on the mound.
I tell you what, the way he's pitching, 2 may be enough for today.
Could like have a soccer or hockey game score here, huh? Real quick game.
Yeah,
As we
unfortunately.
see Potosi is here, and it looks like North County is here. They're probably the next game on the slate for today. I'm not sure their seedings for any of this, but we can maybe try to find that out.
You brought up hockey. Unfortunately, the Blues are done.
Yes.
Just
I'm a big Blues follower, and I know I've seen you at some games and stuff before, and, you know, with being sellers at the deadline, I guess one could say that they did as much as they could this year.
yeah,
As much as I hate to say it.
just so close though.
Yep.
Here's the first pitch to Toombs. That's fouled back.
And number 8,
Caleb Kime.
the catcher.
Theis actually had a big inning there. He doubled his pitch count. He had 22 in the first 2 innings, had 22 in that one. There's a ground ball short, big hop for Kohler. Steps and throws for the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 21, Hunter Canada.
In steps Hunter Canada, the first baseman. He struck out the first time out of the bat.
A lot of ground balls being hit today. You know, right around the shortstop area. I could probably count maybe, 8 or 9 balls that's been hit by the
There's
shortstop.
a breaking ball,
Oh.
hard hit at Kemper. Stays in front. Nice throw.
Yeah, it's perfect. Everything right on that play with this turf. I mean, you don't have to get so excited when the ball's hit that hard to you on the turf because you know where it's just going to go. On dirt, you don't know if somebody's just going to olay it and bail out. But here on the turf, you
get the true hops.
You know where it's going to go.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's like playing wall ball with a tennis ball. Up against the wall, you just know where it's gonna bounce at.
In steps Brett Gibbs. He flied out to right field. His first time up as he crushes that one to right field again. Back Bose Boyer gets underneath it, makes a 2-handed catch for the third out. So that was a 5 pitch inning for Drew Toombs.
Now that's how you come back and shut a team down.
After getting a couple runs.
Really, 2 of those balls were pretty well hit, and that one to right field there, with any wind, at all trickling out, that could have easily drifted over the right field wall, as Brady was probably be about 10 feet from the wall there itself to make that catch. Nice play by Brady to go back there. I mean, he looked like he was in control the whole time.
When it first came off, I thought it was hit, and it was hit really good. He was pretty close to the fence, but he definitely, I guess his speeder had a good break on it because he was underneath it waiting.
Those Bowyers know how to play.
Coming up for St. Genevieve, we'll have Drew Toombs, Waylon Kemper, and Dalton Giesler for the first 3 up.
I don't know about you, but I just feel just in a good mood and relaxed mood to just watch this has just been a good game so far.
I'd agree. It seemed like a long week when it came to school. I don't know why. I was tired all week long. I don't know if it's because it was hot and I was outside all the time. I don't know about you, but just, I'm not running, I'm not exercising or playing like the kids are in PE, but I think the heat just drains you when you're out there for 6 hours.
I know, and then kids, they ask me that, even the elementary kids is like, Coach, don't you ever get tired? You got to come out here all the time, all day long. And I'm like, yeah.
So yesterday, and we had stuff all week long. There was baseball games. I got a brand new nephew was born.
Well, congratulations.
Wednesday. Had a fundraiser for basketball. So all Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was never home until like 9 o'clock. So yesterday on Friday night, I went home and sat on the couch.
I was wondering why I didn't see you at the retirement banquet dinner last night.
I didn't go. I probably would have fell asleep at the table.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. Good food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ball well struck to left center.
Can't decide he's going to left fielder. Finally comes over and makes the play. So good hard hit by Toombs. In steps Waylon Kemper. He grounded out to the shortstop last time up. So it was a good banquet?
Yeah, it was. One of my, colleagues there that kind of helped me through me as a teacher and, teaching me little bitty things about teaching. Sandy Nagger is retiring this year, so we wished her off. And, she's a St. Gen person, so she'll always be around. But the school district and the kids are, it's somebody that the school district will miss a lot. She's put a lot of time and effort and energy to the kids here in this community. So
Waylon Kemper takes ball 2. Yeah, I pretty much go every year, but Tanya had plans for something, and there's strike 2, 2-2 the count. As I said, a long week, so, and then
Yeah, yesterday we had a field day in the elementary,
Oh,
so
yeah, I bet that was tough as Kemper swings through that one. Looks like a change-up for the second out of the inning. That's the second strikeout for the Dragons. In steps Dalton Giesler. He flied out to center last time. It's always a great meal. Did you go enjoy music afterwards?
Yes,
Or Crossroads.
Crossroads.
I know I hated to miss that too.
Had a couple of beverages and listened to some music.
Miss Bennett's got an amazing voice, doesn't she?
She does. I was, I love to listen to bands and stuff, and I've really never heard them play before, and
Then you probably were in for the treat being the first time.
I don't want to say that I'm shocked, but I guess I was kind of leaning toward that description that I
Yep.
was shocked when I hear
A foul ball
the
out of
voice
play.
come out, and that is such an energetic mood.
Yeah, not that we are, groupies and follow them around, but we definitely try to see if they're at a winery or something and
Good variety of music.
go listen to them. Strike three, but Dalton Giesler swings and misses that one for the third out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 are the Dragons here in the bottom of the fourth. There was 2 strikeouts, so that makes 3 total for the Dragons. And another quick inning by Theis, as he had 12 pitches. Gives him a total of 56. But I grew up going to listen to my mom was in a band. Our family was kind of all that way. And so that's kind of what we did, was just went and listened to people. And I could do that all the time, especially 2 Crossroads. Like you said, the variety is really good.
Oh, they mix country with rock and roll to pop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it almost seemed like it was just nonstop.
Yeah.
And people were into it. Everybody was into it.
Did you dance?
Boy, they tried to get me out on the dance floor.
Couldn't get you there, huh?
Yeah, I just getting a little bit older, didn't want to move around as much. Toward the end of the week stuff.
You knew you had to be here tomorrow. You
That's
didn't want to pull
right. I
something.
didn't want to take a beating today. So yes, I retired a little bit early yesterday and saved myself. So let's see what Drew can do here to work out of this 5th inning here, as the game is kind of going by pretty
moving along.
moving
I was just
along.
thinking that. So we're in the top of the 5th, and St. Genevieve does lead 2-0. Here's the first pitch from Drew Toombs. That's a foul ball.
Oh,
that's
my
you,
goodness.
Monk. Oh, no,
Nope.
it's going to go over you.
Well, I tell you what, that's probably the closest ball that
Yeah,
I've seen been a part of doing this.
that's Aaron Perrin, the DH. Again, he's batting for the shortstop, Blake House. He starts off with a foul ball. 0-1 the count. He struck out looking last time on the outside corner.
Another team rolls in red and gray.
There's a ball outside.
So we're getting a lot more teams here. And a beautiful day in St. Genevieve to come to our town.
Can't be more perfect. Try.
Nice pitch.
Swing and a miss by Perrin. Brings the count to 1-2. Let's see what Drew can do here now. 1-2 count. Going to bring him the breaking ball. There it is.
Ooh.
Doesn't get him to chase, though.
He was leaning. He was really leaning and knew better.
Brings the count to 2-2. See if he'll throw him another breaking ball or try to paint the outside corner. He throws that one high, fastball.
Just looking at the Desoto batters now, it seems like they might be edging a little bit closer inside. I mean, Aaron Perrin right here is pretty edged up on the white.
Drives that one to left field. Back goes Derek Morgenthaler. He's going to make it.
Wow.
Little one-handed catch right about head height for the first down of the inning.
The wind is slowly picking up and it's blowing right in. It's blowing right in at us. On a ball hit like that, I really expected that ball to go a little bit farther than it did.
Well, the way Derek took off I think he did too. But then I guess caught the wind a little bit and held up.
And he showed that he had that all the way.
In steps Craig Theis, the pitcher.
Turn the hips the right way, and just all he had to do is go back maybe 3 or 4 steps. When you turn the hips, you don't backpedal.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to to teach the kids to do in a sport like this is not to backpedal so much. Turn those hips.
2-0 pitch to Theis. He fouls that one to the right side. That's going to get out of play. Just past the batting cages. Couple hops.
Nope. Not too many foul balls this side.
No.
You know?
It's been quick moving. Not a lot of foul balls, a lot of strikeouts, a lot of hits on the first or second pitch for outs. As he swings through that one and brings the count to 2-2.
Now, see, this is these are the at-bats that I was talking to earlier a couple of innings ago when Drew was having success in the outside on
ball high.
How it's going to unfold later on in the game. I mean, now we're 3-2.
I think Drew's only done that. This may be the third time, but looking at my chicken scratch here. There's a shot to right center.
That's going to get down.
Drop. That's going to be a couple
hops. He
free,
fell.
And Theis falls on first, slips on the bag.
That was a break. That's a huge break.
Yeah, I don't know, though, if he'd have made it. I think that would have been an interesting play at second base because Brady got there really quick.
Well, he turned it. I mean, he could have stopped since the play was in front of him, but, man, he hit hard. Slipped. He quickly tried to make a turn to round it and lost his footing on the turf. I mean, the turf is slick.
Well, was it the turf or was it did he step on the top of the bag?
No, he fell because he landed over the top of the base. So it was a footing issue that caused him to slip and fall down hard. But he's back up and ready to go. And, yeah, I guess I would throw over too right away.
Just to mess with him? That's kind of cruel, isn't it? That was the first hit, though.
I guess if you hit him, it would be crueler, huh?
Yeah.
Hit him on the hip like a Scott Sterling. It's Scott Sterling.
There's a ground ball to short. Scoops it. Underhand toss to Staffen. Staffen turns.
Oh,
makes the play
nice.
for a double play. It looked like he couldn't.
Yeah,
Chase didn't quite get out his glove quick enough. I didn't think they'd turn it, but they did.
Staffen's so quick at turning.
Yeah.
He got that ball, and it was just quickly out of his hands, right on the money over the Vaith. Still got him by 5 steps.
So that was the first hit, though, for the DeSoto Dragons, the first hit that Drew gave up all game long. I mean, he hasn't had anybody on base the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last 12 batters haven't reached base. He's had a walk, 1 hit by pitch, and now 1 hit.
More importantly, you get through the heart of the lineup there. So if you would, you get a run. I think a run right here would mean more than anything this inning, to just get 1 run or even make it a long inning, Not 1, 2, 3, get some people on base, make it a little stressful for them, and then come in and face the bottom of the order and not walking anybody, not hitting anybody, not allowing them to get on base, and shutting them down one more time would be huge.
So as we head to the bottom of the 5th, St. Genevieve leading 2-0. DeSoto so far has struck out 7 times. They've left 3 on base, have not scored. They've got 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 hit by pitch.
They did hit the ball, hard that inning. The one Morgan Thaler was a rope that luckily was just hit in his area.
And Drew tunes up to 63 pitches.
Doing some math, are you?
Trying.
We don't have the electronic stuff in front of us. And actually, I need to change the score on what we're viewing.
Swing and a miss by Brady
there.
Boyer.
How's that, everybody? Everybody's probably at home.
What are
the
these
two people that are watching it are probably saying, it's 2-0, my goodness. Stop talking about
strike 2 on Boyer.
Golf. Stop talking about golf. And let's change the score.
Boyer struck out the first time up and just misses the outside corner there, Theis, for ball 1. I think Boyer thought he was struck out there too, because he got lucky on that one. Now he swings through that one for the first out of the inning. That's second time striking out on the day. The 4th strikeout for Theis. In steps Grant Staffen. Grant started off the big inning that the inning that the Dragons
Right.
scored in with a walk, and that was in the 3rd inning.
Kind of in the same situation, 2 innings ago.
Yeah, it was exactly same. Boyer struck out, so I wouldn't mind picking up 2 more runs.
Yeah. Oh.
He drives that one to left field, and in comes the left fielder. Makes the easy play for the 2nd out of the inning. So again, Theis working quickly.
Designated hitter, number 7, Devin Bader.
2 outs now, steps in Devin Bader. Bader was hit by the pitch his first time up. Didn't get any cuts at the ball because he was trying to bunt and then got hit.
He did his job.
Yeah. Did better than his job.
He did better than his
Moved
job.
runner to the 2nd and got on. There's ball 1. There's ball 2 in the turf.
Back in the day when I was playing in the 80s, we had a Coach Sherry, and if you got hit by a pitch, after the game you would be awarded with a soda.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And he would let you know that. As soon as you got to first base, you got a soda.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Bader, and he watches strike 2.
Now everybody says we got ice,
Yeah.
to heal you and stuff like that, and it's now. Wouldn't use like that. Wouldn't be like that.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's low and away. Brings the count full. One thing I'm noticing with both pitchers now is they're going deeper in counts.
Mm-hmm.
They're still getting outs. They're still pitching really well, but they are definitely going deeper into counts. And there's ball 4, so Bader's going to trot down.
Left fielder, number
That's the
42,
2nd
Derek
walk for
Morgenthaler.
Theis.
And now the St. John's hot hitter Derek Morgenthaler steps up, and it's probably not what Theis had in mind, even though he would have had to face Morgenthaler leading off the next inning. But, another double, and maybe Bader can score this time.
There's ball 1.
2 outs, you got to be running.
Yeah, you think that maybe, I don't know if you'd use I guess you wouldn't use a pinch runner this early in the game. Maybe put some speed on there, but if whoever you use would be done for the game.
2 outs, it's
Maybe if he gets down to 2nd or something, then try it. There's ball 3, so
I think
3-0
I think
count.
he's going to be very, very careful with Derek here on this, and then move on to Chase Kohler. Probably not a bad play. I mean,
He's going to check on Bader. He's
Just-
back safely.
just being honest, according to the stats, miss a ball.
Yeah.
Take sign is on. Got it.
Well, you probably know it from just being around Coach McDaniel. And I wonder how easy it is if teams try to pick up signs from other coaches at the high school level.
That one there is probably just a no-brainer on, that the guy was taken. Time called as Desoto comes out to talk to Theis,
That's a third.
which is probably just
call me
more
mad.
of a support than anything. There's been no activity in any bullpen at all, which leads me to believe it's their game, to go unless things prolong.
That was the 3rd walk that Theis has given up, 2nd this inning. So
Now
Bader's
shortstop,
moved down to
number
2nd.
6,
And
Chase
Morgan
Kohler.
Thaler's on 1st, and in steps Chase Kohler.
Theis does appear to be holding his arm, his pitching arm. I don't know if he landed on that
When he
a while
fell.
ago when he fell, or if it's just some tightness that he's feeling from pitching.
Kohler's grounded out to the shortstop both times as he hits that one foul down the left side. Nice scoop by Coach McDaniel.
Shaking his arm.
Yeah, he might have. And he's getting, he's probably close to 70 pitches. But
Oh,
Kohler,
yes.
just over the third baseman.
sending him. He got
Yeah,
by
and
him.
it
He got
went
by him.
So Bader's going to score easily. Morgan Thaler's going to move over to 3rd, and Kohler's going to move into 2nd. So I'm guessing base hit.
That's a base
Single?
hit. Yeah, base hit
Single with an error.
Way to go, Chase Kohler. Just way to go.
You going to give him the RBI?
First base number 27, Daniel
Cole,
Bates.
It looked like
anyway.
McDaniel was going to. Yes, there is an error on the left fielder, which.
So that's the second hit, as there's a ground ball off the ice. Picks it up, underhands for the third out.
Yes, exactly what I ordered for this inning. 1 run.
1 run. So the Dragons do pick up another run. And that will make it 3-0 St. Genevieve as we head to the top of the 6th. Another RBI by Chase Kohler. That's his second RBI of the day. And along with Devin Bader, his second run, he's come across to score twice. So getting some action from your bottom of the lineup with Bader and Staffen, and then Morgan Thaler and Kohler kind of finishing off, bringing guys in.
That's right. And I've heard that throughout the season. It's been